Reef Catchments Forestry Case Study and Field Day. Di Williams owns and operates a cattle property located in Eungella, west of Mackay in the Pioneer Valley. Her interest in forestry led to a trial site supported by Reef Catchments in 2003. The property is 194 hectares of hilly country with steep slopes and an elevation of 800 metres. It has 2 permanent creeks which run into Broken River, a wildlife corridor, and backs onto parts of the Eungella National Park. The current site is 1 hectare in size with soil classified as shallow and degraded clay loam. The site was initially chosen for its slope and protection from surrounding vegetation, however it is exposed to the prevailing southeasterly winds.
What we've found with Di's project so far is she's been hit pretty drastically from 3 cyclones now. Initially put in 1,000 stems. When we did the last survey last year, we found there was probably only 152 stems left out of that 1,000. Out of that, there was only 54 that were viable. And now, since Cyclone Debbie's gone through, we'd estimate that there's probably not much left in there anyway.
As a result of Cyclone Debbie, a number of trees have become a hazard and needed to be cleared. We took this opportunity to demonstrate the felling of trees to maintain forestry plots, followed by a mobile sawmill demonstration.
The problem in our region is we don't actually have local mills, so it's handy to have a mobile Lucas mill to come around to farms and do the job. So today we see a bit of a demonstration on how it all works.
The day was also an opportunity to raise questions about the progress of Di's site going forward. Will planting species that naturally grow in the area have any impact on their success? Will allowing the site to convert to native forest as opposed to planted rows of trees have any impact on whether the trees sustain less damage during a severe weather event? Will planting non-timber support species have any beneficial impact on the timber tree's survival? Peter Alden from Whitsunday Catchment Land Care gave us an explanation on the regional ecosystems.
So, like Peter mentioned in his presentation, looking at the REs and what species would be specifically endemic to this area, we're going to look at those and replant a few areas within the plot. We're also going to compare that against the natural regeneration of the nature corridor that's on the other side. There are a number of species that are just propping up within the plantation themselves. So we're going to look at maybe rates of how quickly that comes through compared to our areas within the plantation that we plant up ourselves. And also just see how the species that we select this time around, how they go. Compared to, as Di mentioned, she was given species from down south, from Tasmania and Victoria, and they've done terribly. Didn't last very well at all, but they were known species to have grown in this area. It's just, I guess you see that genetic diversity between plants where they grow in different areas and locations, how they just don't survive up here. So that will be really interesting to see how that goes. So far we have fenced off the plot. That will keep her cattle out, and that way we can gauge the rates of growth and how well they come on.